Hey, Gemini, intuitive soul coach here with your February 2022 bonus reading. We have a very special bonus reading for you today because it does include getting messages from your higher self, your inner child, and focusing on self-love. So welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Gemini, when we go into the month of February, sometimes we focus on external love. We focus on romance, the love that we may have in our lives, or maybe the love we don't have in our lives. We tend to focus externally, and not a lot of times do we focus on the relationship that actually is the most important one that you have, and that is the relationship that you have with yourself, Gemini. So today we're going to dive in and look at all facets of yourself, which do include your inner child, your where you're currently at, which does include the ego, and then your higher self. So you may be asking, what is the difference? Well, our higher self is all about that unconditional love, looking upon you without judgment, looking upon you as the biggest cheerleader ever, cheering you on because your higher self wants you to live authentically, because that's what your higher self embodies, is that energy here. Your ego self is where we currently are in this lifetime, and we are shaped and determined by experiences that we've had, and we let the ego come in and create false beliefs. But really, our inner child is about seeing things from a bright perspective, seeing things through the eyes of creativity and innocence, and going after what it is that we want. So when we realize that we're all connected, that those three facets of ourselves can work together to bring great things into your life, that's what we're going to dive into today. So Gemini, what do we have for you? We have come to life. Come to life. This is a really powerful card. I'm getting a lot of energy from this one. So it does talk about you not only opening your eyes, that inner child, it's about using that creative piece of yourself that we just spoke of with the inner child. This is about you opening yourself up to new love, love for all things. I'm not just talking romantic love here. This is loving in life again. Some of you may feel like you've been missing out, or there's a missing piece, or when am I going to feel the love? Now, this is a love for food, a love for travel, a love for doing the things that you once possibly did that brought you a lot of happiness and joy, or finding new things that spark your fire here. This is coming alive and coming to life after a time that maybe you felt a little bit of dead or cold inside here, because the other energy here I'm getting, Gemini, is that there was a piece of you that may have been numb for quite a while. And this is about you bringing color to your life. You can see that not everything is black and white. You can see the beautiful colors here behind you, or behind this card. It doesn't have to just be black and white. And you may have been seeing in black and white for a long time, thinking that it only had to be or could be one way, but it really could be a lot brighter. And that's what your higher self wants you to know in this reading is this is about living more in color, enjoying the things that make you happy, because your soul didn't come here to be cold or to be numb or to lack creativity or lack love or lack whatever it is that you feel in your life that is the missing piece here. And right behind this, we have free from judgment, free from love. And what did I just say here embodies the energy of your higher self? Is free from judgment. Your higher self does not judge you at all. If anything, your higher self wraps your energy in their energy as well, because there is no separation. It's just dualities here. It's different versions of yourself, and it's about coming together. So what this is saying is free from judgment and free to love. You don't have to let the ego come in here and take the experiences and bring. It's almost like they're showing me muddy water here, muddy water. So you may feel, Gemini, that you were trudging through some sort of a muddy water, or maybe you felt like other people were judging you, or maybe the way you judged the world was of negativity. Maybe you're still in this energy here, but what your higher self and your inner child want is you to see things from the eyes of a child. Enjoy, the ice cream and the playground and, the walks and riding a bike and, birthday parties and singing. I just read something today that the average 4-year-old smiles 500 times a day, where the average 40-year-old smiles 4 times. I mean, really let that sink in, Gemini. And what this is saying is, if you are that person that only smiles, and I'm not saying you're 40, but I'm saying if you only smile a couple times a day, there needs to be more excitement and happiness and love and power into your life here. And you may be asking, yes, I realize this, Melissa, but how do I make that happen? Freeing yourself from judgment, freeing yourself from judging yourself, Gemini, and knowing that you are pure, unconditional love. What other people think about you is none of your business, is what I always say. How you view your world is your perception, and it doesn't have to be through the lens of past experiences, which is very important. You are free to love yourself, free to love others. And some of you may have felt cold or numb due to a situation regarding love in any form. Maybe that was your own parents. Maybe that was a relationship that was romantic. Perhaps for some of you, it was a friendship. So it's saying here that you can open yourself up, thaw yourself out. And that is what February for you is all about. I feel like there's love coming in for you, whatever shape, size, or form. Now, again, this could be a pet, this could be a lover, this can be a best friend, this can be a family member or a piece of your soul tribe. I've been finding that on a collective level, that we are bringing more love into our lives because we're focusing on self-love, which is very important here. So we're going to get a few messages from your soul's truth and see what your soul wants you to know, especially during the month of February. What does your soul want you to know, Gemini? All right. So we have, am I afraid to be seen? Am I afraid to be seen? Is that why you feel like you need to kind of hide behind the shadows here? Is that why you don't want to be in color, because possibly you're afraid of being seen here? And what the message for you is, the world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. The world and the universe and your higher self and your inner child, they don't want you to be unhappy. They want you to be happy. They want you to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Live naked and free. Beautiful. It doesn't mean go run around streaking. I mean, if that's your thing, Gemini, by all means, go do it. But don't get arrested. I feel like this is it's symbolic for you letting your true colors shine. You being authentic with who you are. And if other people don't like it, then who cares? Because you'll attract the right people that love you for you. So don't be afraid to be seen here. Today's soul action, Gemini, is this. What part of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? Am I being authentic? Do I allow myself to be all of me? What do I need to feel so I can be safe to be seen? So, for example, maybe you are in a career or you do some sort of work where you have a lot of great ideas, Gemini. Maybe you have a lot of intuitive channeled energy that is coming in regarding, it could be communication, or it could be how to invent new ideas or programs within a company you're in. Or maybe even if you are just an assistant for a company, you may be afraid to step forward with your ideas because you feel like people won't take you seriously, or they just won't care. So instead of you speaking your true self or your authentic ideas, you kind of hide behind the curtains at times because you're afraid of abandonment or rejection. You're afraid of rejection and that other people won't think that you are important enough to be seen or heard. But this is absolutely not true for you. And your soul wants you to know that. If you are in a relationship, are you walking on eggshells to try to be somebody that your partner wants you to be? And if you are, that's no way to live. That is not about this is about you being your authentic self, like I said earlier, and attracting the love and desire and relationships that are based on authenticity, not based on fear. Okay? And for others of you, Maybe as a child, you weren't always seen. Maybe you were told children should be seen and not heard, or maybe it's go play, go do this, and I feel like what this is saying is your voice isn't important, or your presence isn't important, and you may have let that carry into your adulthood as well. And so this is about you healing that inner child, which we'll get to the messages here in a moment from your inner child. But your inner child wants you to be seen, wants you to be heard, and wants you to playfully move into the next phase of your life. And that has to do with you coming alive again. All right, next we have, where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? And why am I not there yet? What will it take for me to feel well? If my body could talk, it would say blank. I want you to ask yourself that, Gemini. If my body could talk, it would say blank, because our body is constantly speaking to us by the pain that we feel, by maybe bruises that show up, by rashes, by acne, by, all the different things physically that appear on our body, but also inward as well. So your body is constantly trying to tell you to either take a time out, maybe to rest more. Maybe you're having back issues and it's saying, take a time out, or don't focus so much on money issues, or feeling like you have to carry the weight of the world on your back here. So really take a look and see what your body is trying to tell you. Feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new exciting goals to take your health to the next level. They're telling me that somebody may drink a lot of diet soda. If that is you here, whether Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke, I feel like it's a darker soda, or maybe it's not even diet, it's just a darker soda. That may be something you've been wanting to kind of cut out for a while. And I feel like if that is you, Gemini, now is the time. And this could also be energy drinks, for those of you that may drink energy drinks, but bringing more healthful foods into your body, mind, and soul will really help your energy as well. For those of you that have been very tired, do take a look at what you've been putting into your body. And then lastly, from your soul's truth, am I letting fear stop me? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you, Gemini, are the boss of your fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. So today, be brave and do it scared, Gemini. Choose one fear in your life. Think of one fear that holds you back. Maybe the fear of being seen, maybe the fear of speaking up, maybe the fear of not being pretty enough, or the fear of not being intelligent enough. Whatever this fear is for you, choose it, move through it, and you are in need of a hero. So that is what you will become. Don't let fear stop you any longer. And you may be asking, well, what else can I do to release fear, to stop fear in its tracks, to take a step into doing something that brings you fear? For example, let's say you're scared of heights. Go skydiving. Let's say you are scared to go on a date or put yourself out there. This is maybe you saying yes to a date that is a blind date. This is about you stepping into that fear and really embracing it, loving it, holding it, and saying, you know what, it's just that. It's just fear. It's nothing that's going to hold me back from achieving my purpose. So that's the energy I'm getting here for you, Gemini. Now we're going to take a look and get a few messages from your inner child, your current self, which includes the ego, and also your higher self. And just a reminder, these are not separate beings. This is all you. The inner child, higher self, and where you currently are at, this is all you, just perceived in different energies. Okay, so let's take a look and clarify. Spirit, what do we have for Gemini currently and Gemini's ego? Okay, I love this. I've been getting the 8 of Pentacles often, and I feel like a lot of you are really wanting to work on something that brings you happiness at this time. Okay, higher self. Higher self, what do we have for Gemini? Higher self. They're also giving me the date here. Very interesting, because this is Libran energy. Gemini, maybe you have Libra in your chart, but this is, I'm getting October 18th. Maybe an important day for you, or maybe it's the time where you're going to see results in a situation. We'll take a look. Okay, they're showing me the red balloons again. So there's something with stability here. So let's dive in. All right, so your inner child is saying that you deserve a well-deserved reward. This is beautiful. Your inner child is quite independent. I mean, when you think of children, they can be very independent. They want to do everything themselves. They want to tie their own shoes. They want to reach for the cookies up top of the cookie jar. They want to move forward and they want to ride a bike, and they're constantly full of new learning energy, and they're not afraid of moving forward. They're not afraid of achieving new things here. And this is saying that you have what it takes to be independent and sufficient. The Nine of Pentacles is a very powerful card because it talks about not only spiritual satisfaction, but about reaching your goals. And your inner child has been probably very fierce, Gemini, from the day that you were born. This is saying that the Nine of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency. You've possibly had to be self-sufficient at a very young age. You maybe had to take care of yourself, or you had to take care of someone close to you. But the Nine of Pentacles is saying that you're reliable, you're very independent, and there isn't anything that you cannot do if you maybe switch up the way that you see it. Because I'm going to go back to that. There isn't anything that you cannot do, Gemini, if you believe and trust that you are worthy of it. Okay, because this is the solar plexus chakra, and that solar plexus chakra is all about where you stand in the world, how you feel. So I feel you're a really good manifester, Gemini. You've been able to manifest quite strongly, whether it was negative or positive. Either way, it's about what you are feeling, what you are bringing to light here. But I feel like this is you stepping into your power, and that's the message of your inner child, is step into that fearlessness that you had as an inner child. As a younger child, you were very independent, and you took care of what needed to be done. You took care of yourself. And it's saying here that you deserve the rewards because you've been at it for quite some time. But remember your power. Remember who you are. And they just gave me the Lion King when Mufasa says, "Remember who you are, Simba." So maybe take that as it resonates, but I feel like this is your true authentic self, your inner child, saying step into your power, Gemini. Next up here, your current energy, mixed with the ego. This is about you putting in the effort, you working on yourself. This is about you achieving great things in your life, Gemini. It's about putting in the hard work, mastering something, learning new every day, because eventually, when we feel like we master a certain area of our life, we move on to the next. We learn something new. We always continuously learn in this lifetime. That is what our soul came here to do. But your ego may be not sure how to creatively express yourself with the throat chakra. Perhaps this is you holding back. Maybe again, you're afraid to be seen. You're afraid to speak up. Or some of you may speak up too much, may not be sure when to kind of rein it in a little bit. So the throat chakra is saying, pay attention to the words that you speak to yourself as well. Talk to yourself kindly and compassionately as well. But you are a very strong soul, Gemini. You came here with some missions, and by gosh darn it, you're going to tackle them all and you will succeed. So very powerful showing up for you. And from your higher self, I love this. You have a choice to do the healing, is what this is saying here. You have a decision to make here. We have healing begins, which is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is one of my favorite cards as well. As the Six of Wands. I love sixes because they bring harmony. They bring loyalty, responsibility, gratitude, and sacrifice of the self. And even though you're probably thinking, Melissa, you're crazy. Who wants to sacrifice anything, right? But when you sacrifice one thing, Gemini, it leads you to get something even better. And that's what the Six of Swords is all about. It's a rite of passage. Your higher self wants you to leave the past in the past because you're going through a spiritual journey or transition at this time that is actually leading you to something more powerful. You're going to come out on top. You're going to come out stronger, a stronger version. You're going to come out closer to connecting with that higher self version of you. It's like you're opening up the curtains here, and the curtain, this is, think of that, this is your higher self showing up for you, and it's like you're taking a peek because you're connected already, but maybe you've had the curtain closed off due to maybe the ego stepping in for quite a while. But your higher self says you have a choice. Whatever it is that you've been daydreaming about, fantasizing, or wishful thinking, it's saying that you have what it takes to put in the hard work to manifest the life that you want for yourself. So Gemini, if this is love, if this is a career, a passion, a goal, a friendship, a soul tribe, a trip, a vacation, it all stems from within you. So if you can do the healing and you can move on to calmer waters here, there's nothing you can't get through. So if you're feeling a little bit heavy lately, it's saying you're coming out, you're almost to the other side here. You've almost made it through a very powerful, important lesson in your life. So wow. Really deep. All of these readings so far with the inner child and higher self have been really, really intense. And I think Spirit made them that way for you to really look inward and connect. And lastly here, before we close down your reading, Gemini, we're going to get a few messages from your spirit guides, from the universe for you. We have gratitude showing up here. It says, life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving. Energy, be thankful for who and what's in your life. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, focus on gratitude. You'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So yes, remember earlier when we spoke of how you talk to yourself? Maybe your health goals. Some of you may be overweight or maybe underweight, according to you. And you may be feeling, I weigh too much, or I'm just never going to be able to lose this weight, or I can't do it. This is about you quit complaining and move forward and take action, because you can do this. You can put in the work. Your higher self believes in you. Your ego doesn't. Your ego wants you to be scared and not move. So the message here from your ego, again, is put in the dedicated effort to whatever your dreams are. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, weight. It can be anything in your life. And then we have listen. This is about listening to your intuition, listening to the connective energy between your inner child and your higher self here. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone, including yourself. Now is not the time to be offering advice necessarily, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but what lies beneath the words. They're really telling me and illuminating again how you speak to yourself and what you tell yourself. This is about you coming to life. Stop judging yourself, or maybe judging the world or judging other people, and listen to what really is going on. What are the triggers that are causing you to judge yourself or judge others? So your inner child absolutely adores and loves you, as does your higher self. This is the same energy that makes you, Gemini. It makes you who you are. But that ego, again, is defined by the experiences, and the subconscious mind comes in and at times says, I'm not good enough, or I should not be seen or heard, or I'm too much. Don't let fear stop you is the big message here. All right, Gemini, a lot of deep energy. You may have to rewatch this video. It's almost like when you read one of those Eckhart Tolle books, or even Wayne Dyer, you need to pause and really let the energy soak in and the information, because it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. So I hope this resonates with you. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It helps get the divine channeled messages out there. And you know as well as I do, Gemini, that more of the world could use this. So I'm sending you a lot of love and light. Please do subscribe, comment if you haven't already, if you'd like. I do love reading all your comments, and I look forward to tuning in next time. Lots of love, Gemini.